Good evening. Sorry, nice alert. But chishi bate pomodi. That Monday keresh. Gaina in Chinshamile keresh. At pai, pani fuara na green there. Fuara green. Good evening. Chair the national asset guide. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Apart from a British accent, they're often there on Fuafie. Mama. Nomba. British accent, I feel a bomba. Apart from Foklanda, Kuom, each tundo chairs. My Monaca. Mulai tolo mai mwe. Fulani. The real chair. Fragta ipona. Fragta kapone. When I got 5 years in Mokwanga, why? 5 years, 5 years iponas. 5 months, upon 6 months before elections. Kwaiba. You know, I'm going to assume for. Wait. Why, cara 5 years. You don't want to say punish a flag. Kwangaroko. Kutumpa. Thank you so much. Flen Kwabeng, thank you. Share the live because apafuta apa mi kuruire chalo. Icharo tachifule chafu muminwe hivi, chie muminwe hivi. Chipingo cha kanya. Mwai mwanaka? Pakurifia chair, you're looking good. Chair, you're looking good. When jam shokulan, we like jam bokulanda. Good evening, Hekan. Good evening. When I got one bokulanda, if they don't therefore pay analysis, you know, I've always been analyzing issues in politics. And today or tonight, I have to talk to you as an analyst. The choice is yours. I always say, take it or leave it. If you're there, Abraham, flag there upon a pro. Flag your pona. Who could have known at 2026 by now? Nabadi dawa kono kudaba wonse mwe kurabo fashion ya babu badnishi mwadiba takata ero romba cha no chan she's bringing confusion iwe mpero mchinshi when it was not common, when everybody hated PF and nobody was willing to talk about PF, Chair stood up amongst men. But I looked at the governance of the UPN administration. I said, wait. Why should we just put PF as this violent candidate political party? Not even you who are claiming to say we are real PF. Wari UPF. Mwadi rubida mchonde. Mwadi butuike. Bonse mwadi le. I took it upon myself to play fair and fair. Tell me, I'm a Boman Lusam. Malanj, who was here talking on behalf of Boman Lusam and Malanj? Where were you? I've been here 5 years. Almost mule ringanya ime. Nama lunatics. Kwate no mchinshi jacket japon. Situation kama done. I can even pat myself on the back. I brought PF to life. When it was not common, I spoke good of PF. And you think me, I will sit down here and watch this nonsense that is going on happening? Where were these people that were once when it was not common to speak, when UPN were saying bad things about PF, I brought in another aspect of PF. I talked about the development that were done under President Edgar Chagwa. I spoke about the suffering of Zambian people, how they lived, the farmers, and so on and so forth, when it was not common. So 30 people on flag day though. When you want to go head to head with me, you say, where is this girl coming from? Because all these turotma audio mule securate muma WhatsApp to ya. Oh, make chair project yaba UPND. Are you sure? Is that the route you want to take regarding me? I don't know if I was project of UPND when you were hiding, when PF lost power. UPND have done a background check on me. They assumed na PF. They've done a thorough background on me. The system. Basanga zero, nothing. I'm clean as a whistle. Mama. So when you want to start comparing me with lunatics, when Tasila Lungu was crying on behalf of the father, Tasila Lungu was saying, "Hey, we somebody get chechi. Fish you did that. Oh, man, some kulinganya na ine. Yeah. So I want to take you back to where I started from. Shambade Loyo. It was 3 months after UPND took over, 2021 December, I started giving checks and balances. And in Shalekap, I talked about what's going to happen with the sale of maize. I talked about the economy. It's something I talked about back then in 2021, 3 months after UPND formed government. So when it comes to PF, if there's a person that has cleaned PF and brought PF to life, it is me. On that one, I will take it. No. I brought PF to life. When UPND were castigating PF, when UPND were arresting you, the PF MPs, I was here talking on behalf of all of you. So, because I brought PF to life. I brought PF to life. And I will not see something that I brought to life be killed by treacherous people. It is not going to happen. Something, because PF, I believed in PF when Sata was around. Okay? Then came Edgar Chagwa. Okay? And when I campaigned for UPND in 2021, we had half-baked information. And you were PF, there was nobody to counter-react the propaganda of the UPND. And being in diaspora, we bought into the propaganda. Mama. And I took it upon myself through conviction to say that happened during 2021 must not repeat itself in 2026. And that is how I started investing my time in politics back home, in politics abroad, and just give a thorough analysis in terms of what happens like in Africa, in Europe, in America, and so on and so forth. I took it upon myself. And every decision the UPND government made, I could scrutinize it, be it the IMF, be it them, selling KCM. Where were you? One say, wait, that you want to compare with me. Could you even take a thorough analysis? Why Poporola, KCM, why Irandaiwe? When I told you about Vedanta, where were they? And I told you exactly what happened with Mopani. And here we are today. Look at the case here. So, look at my work. Before you start comparing, hey, Achai, you're bringing division. Hey, I brought PF to life. Why should I bring division when I brought PF to life? When it was not common to talk about PF. When PF, it was dressed by UPND that this is a very violent party that should never return to power. I started talking about the nice things that were done under President Edgar Chagwa Lungu. I talked about the infrastructure development. I talked about the health sector. I talked about every nice thing that could have happened during the PF administration. And that nice thing overpowered the bad thing that the UPND were equating PF to. So, so, as I sit tonight, I will not watch treacherous people go start using the thing that I built in it as chair the voice of Zambia get destroyed. It shall not happen. You will not get the PF structures. Fefi nana kuliba yupi na body takwe na ma structures ene takwe. Ndebo kanwa ndebo mfyaka. Mate ndebo mfya, lurumi ndebo mfya. Fast forward to what is happening today. But before I talk about what has happened the past 2 days, I will talk about I preempted this. I told you what was going on. I told you about the infiltration of the PF structures. On 24th of October, 2025, PF overpowered UPND. Despite UPND giving the papers to Chabinga, Chabinga has got no base. And I even told you that Upper Chabinga is not used to a church. But on the 24th of October, during the Independence Day, PF organized themselves, the structures. They organized themselves and overpowered the ruling government. It is when HH decided to penetrate the PF structures because he knew to say, even if I have these papers, the very fact that these structures, despite the confusion going on, have not moved, it seems, it still looks so bad on me, I cannot win an election. So I need to ensure that I penetrate through the PF structures. Okay? And by doing so, he used the Bill 7. Guys, now let me tell you something that you must know. The Bill 7 guys, even those that stayed away, it was all orchestrated. When you ever go back to whatever straight about ya, Muna what is she PF over what am activities, Muma constituencies for which the Bill 7 money. It was planned that if the Kwakasango pop to communicate what Nakanimo, to Nina Imwe. But we'll make it an easy way. We're not going to come and debate. We're not going to come and vote against. Because you see, you cannot say I'm staying away. It's neither here or there. You have to go there and make a decision that will be written in history to say, we so and so and so and so voted against this Bill 7. You cannot say I have abstained. If you know that this is wrong, you were supposed to register that by voting no to it. But you took the easy way out. You stayed away pretending like, no, to watch the boycott. Boycott what? Not what? You were sat in that parliament throughout the whole process, debating the nonsense of Bill 7. And you think you can win us like we're stupid, we don't know what is going on here. You sat through the whole thing, getting our allowances. People sent you there, but you were debating this nonsense. Okay? And you made it very easy for other in the issue to penetrate. Why were you not walking away during why did you not make Parliament Quorum 4? So that this debate does not pass. This bill cannot pass. But you were, Mundiana Wikara. Now Wikara Parliament debating getting a allowances. And I'm debate Bill 7. You didn't think to say, let's not go to Parliament so that by UPN debate can become Parliament. You were there. taking allowances on behalf of the taxpayers' money. So you cannot palace today, no, we have abstained on Bill 7. And you think we are stupid, like we don't know what you are doing. You made it very easy. That's why HH can easily say, I dribbled them. Because he knew he had you under his palms. All this time, you sat in parliament. There could vote at Yota to Aeko. Echo mwale inamlese nama tax allowances yonse parliament teach. Echo tomwale ponesha quorum yonse ya parliament nga kwa wefia bill 7 why ponya so that it does not be, it's not tabled. Nichinch. But you are making the quorum. You were making the quorum. So you think you can win weak us and think, oh, hey, kaina wachita stay away. Who are you fooling? You made the quorum such that Bill 7 could pass to even the next stage. If you made the quorum 4, mudamu parliament, Bill 7 could have not passed. Mwanfa, Yonse nga mleya kudia quorum yapona, Bill 7 ingatayirem second reading. But you were there, mus parliament na mwika. You made Bill 7 go to the second reading. Mwanfa, and you want to make look people like you're with people. You made Akainde Ichuma sign an illegal bill because you stayed in parliament debating an illegal bill. You stayed in parliament making the quorum. Mwanfa. So, don't think people are stupid. And don't think that watamano yo. So you stayed away because it was planned. Imona wa UPNG mwadi planner. Imwe mwalaikara mwalashita so that it looks like you have abstained. What you needed to do is to go into parliament. No, register your displeasure against Bill 7. Such that history will be told to say, we so and so and so and so and so voted against Bill 7. But we don't have any record of that. And after in the Ishma constantly says, Nariva Dribura, and there was nobody who abstained. How many members of parliament do we have? And how many voted? And then on top of that, you Babramundubile. Okay? Before even the Bill 7 was passed, you had members of parliament of the Patriotic Front endorse you as a presidential candidate. Something they never did with ECL. Something they never did with the eligibility case. Something they never did during the time ECL was going through so much. One same way, you stayed away from ECL. You alienated yourselves from ECL. But quickly, ECL dies, you are in the forefront. Oh, we have endorsed Brian Mundubile as PF presidential candidate. Echo mwafid wile, ukui minina na ECL. Ku eligibility case ni chinshi. When you knew to say that eligibility case was not fair. But in Waleam Parliament, nobody could even say, no, this is what is happening to our president. You never even refer to ECL as a president. For you, he was a former head of state. I have lived here, and I follow parliament proceedings. Okay? The Labour Party, the Conservative, they always refer to their leader. Our leader. In parliament, and at no point did you ever even think of fighting for ECO under the eligibility. You want to be using ECO's name. Eh? Mwapsha Bill 7. And all of a sudden, activities in your constituencies are high. The question is, because all this time there was no activities in your respective constituencies. If it's Kampamba Mlenga, look at what she's doing. Bill 7 money. So the treacherous people against ECO and the people of Zambia are these same MPs. The ones that made the illegal bill to pass. Because you send these MPs, and that includes Brian Mundubile, Mtotoka Fire, everyone, but Sanga, every one of you. You were voted for by the Zambian people to represent their interests. And you know what? Because you made Bill 7 pass, you failed the Zambian people. Now you want to lead this nation and Brian Mundubile as your presidential candidate after failing to deliver to the people of Zambia. And you do it in a very dubious way. Mundubile is a lawyer. Sanga is a lawyer. And what you have done with Tonse is the exact same thing that Mao Sampa did with PF. It is up. The worst part, however, is that Brian Mundubile has always hidden. His betrayal against ECL started a long time ago. Tell Obamba yo. It started a long time ago. So, I castigate Mao Sampa for what he did to PF. I can guarantee you that what has happened to Tonse is exactly the same thing that Sampa did. Because, get the gist. Earlier Tonse, but Danny Pule was removing PF from Tonse because PF was an anchor party. And when Edgar Chagwalungu came back into active politics, he was president of the PF. Therefore, the whole idea, your Chris Humanizima, you have betrayed your boss. The whole idea was that the PF will be the anchor party, regardless of the papers, because Tonse was formed in PF in its current state. It was formed with PF in its current state with the papers with Chabinga and they get Lungu back. Okay? So you cannot tell me Taturashika ba Lungu. Therefore, for me, Lungu is still president of PF until PF goes to the convention and chooses a president. President Lungu is still president of PF. Then, Imoba Danpule, you orchestrate a move and say, we have removed PF from Tonse. Okay? And that PF that you removed is a PF of President Edgar Chagwalungu. Because Edgar Chagwalungu came back, left everything, left his retirement for the sole purpose of saying, this party is the party that made me president. With what Mao Sampa did, I cannot sit around. I have to do something. And in his current state, President Lungu came out. So what Danny Pule and all of you that have created a separate Tonse have done exactly what Mao Sampa did with PF. And you have spit on Edgar Chagwalungu's body. But here's the gist. You move away PF. PF Mutonse. And Bakampiongo and Brian Mundubile was present at that meeting. They knew when Tonse was removing PF from there that they created. Brian Mundubile, Stephen Kampiongo was present. And for me as an analyst, I look at it that it was more of a retaliation with what Balubinda did by firing the people of Brian Mundubile. People such as Brendan Yerenda and all those people surrounding Brian Mundubile. So he went to Tonse and he did what? He managed to infiltrate. I heard who's this guy? I've forgotten his name. Pastor now. In high esteem. But to see how he's reacted to this whole thing is quite really disappointing. So then they removed PF. But Brian Mundubile was aware of this. But Stephen Kampiongo was aware of this. Now, what PF? Okay? Right. PF by Funyamo Mutonse. Then they invite bidders. Okay? They invite bidders to go in there and do nomination for Tonse chairperson. But I want to play this audio. This audio was on the 29th of, I think December or November 2024 when Brian Mundubile was on radio. And President ECL was chairperson of Tonse then. He was not dead. He was not what? He was still chairperson. And Brian Mundubile said, and I quote, I'm ready to lead Tonse and take up the chairmanship. I came out here and I questioned, why would Brian Mundubile say such a thing when Tonse already got his chairperson who happens to be President Edgar Chagwalungu? I even called my boss. I said, sir, this Siko kuba mundu has declared to say he's ready to lead Tonse. Nishimo mrefu mapupa Tonse apa oroshan. I spoke about this. That was 2024. I posted the audio yesterday on this page. Right. He declared that. Okay? Fine. Tuaranda. Fast forward. But Brian Mundubile goes and does nominations. Tonse fraction. Let me call it Tonse fraction. He does nomination after removing PF, the anchor party that Edgar Shagwalungu came out to fight for, to ensure that this PF does not die. They orchestrate a move to remove that sort of PF, and then he goes into that same Tonse and files in nominations. Now here's what's actually interesting. What's interesting is that if you look at the composition of what they have said, the people that have filed in that Tonse thing of theirs, you have Brian Mundubile, you have Bachifubu Banda, those are the, I think, sorry. You have Brian Mundubile and, what is this pastor's name? Badani Pule. Badani Pule as the people that have put nomination as chairperson of Tonse and the FDD flag whatever bearer. Now, between Brian Mundubile and Badani Pule, who do you think automatically gets the Tonse chairmanship? So they do that. Then on Vice, Basa Ura Chris Zumanizimba, we didn't even know Chris Zumanizimba was a politician. As far as I'm concerned, Chris Zumanizimba was a political advisor to the former head of state. Then they get Chris Zumanizimba and Chifumu Banda as what? As vice chairpersons. Okay? Now, between Chifumu Banda and Chris Zumanizimba, who do you think is likely to be vice president? Because Chifumu Banda is holding FDD. And Alana Brian Mundubile, including the Balubindan staff, were using the FDD as a purpose vehicle. They used it in Shawama and now they're using it in Kasama. I want to tell you that this whole thing that is happening was all orchestrated, was planned. And that's why I'm telling you, there is no difference with what Brian Mundubile has done and what Mount Samba did. So, and that's the composition. Then they've got only one female who has done what? Who has filed in a second vice chairperson. Now that female, if you know her history, took a party called NED. That NED party, they formed that, that woman hijacked NED party from Queen Impumi. She even came to say, na munji virechpani, because she formed a political party. Then that woman who's now second vice chairperson, who was gone in as unopposed, is now the second, gone in and opposed and whatever with the NED party, because she was the only female. Now here's the gist. There's no election there. It is already planned that Brian Mundubile will be president and Chifumu Banda will be running mate. And the whole idea here is to diffuse the Eastern vote in regard with Makebi Zulu. Okay? So, this thing that is up is just formality. They've already agreed, they've already planned, and Mundubile was already going. This notion that you want to run with, to say, oh, because convention. Now imagine I told you about the convention. I was the one here, and then maybe Chinga, who was saying delay the convention. Why do you think I was saying delay the convention? Eh? Me, I was here saying, if you go for a convention, mukekata punch. Because the whole idea was to ensure that when they go for a convention, Ben Abraham will do the same thing that they have done with Tonse. And Brian Mundubile makes up as PF president, so that those structures that he gets, it will be infused with the UPN. I'm telling you, it's shinkafi. My elections year 2026, if you had given those structures to Brian Mundubile, it would have just been formalities. Brian Mundubile is not different from Barnabas Mumba. Look at what Barnabas Mumba has done to MMD. And that could have been the last straw, the nail in the coffin. Because MMD is dead, because the leader that is sitting there, who happens to be Barnabas Mumba, is a leader that is sleeping with the UPN administration. So how do you, as an opposition leader, win an election if not for formality? Because I believe Mumba will participate to show that fake democracy as formality in the 2026 general elections. And the worst of him, he wants to even raise the history. Because MMD has produced 3 Republican presidents. 3 Republican presidents. Titus Chiluba, Mwanawasa, and Rupia Banda. This is our history. This is something that cannot be erased. Barnabas Mumba has gone and, undone all that to create at MMD Kanomba Katuishinet Panichocho Bapangi. Or to erase the history of our country. You cannot do that. 3 Republican presidents, Pachipanichimo, and then you erase that just like that. So you were going to have a situation whereby the 2026 elections is just a formality. Rwanda, Uganda, and so on and so forth. Some of the oppositions that participate, the formality to show like fake democracy there. There's no real competition. So when I was talking about delay the convention, it wasn't mainly because, no, we are, they want to infiltrate your mind that we don't have time. Time is there. If you, the people of Zambia, have resorted to say UPND is going, only 1 week so, ama structures ngadi intact, na mwa wantu muli intact, kuvotana, na UPND yafmap. So they failed to do that because of the delayed convention. HH wants results. What next? Destroy towns. Convention and whatever. But even that is a story of another day because there's still more games playing. PF. With the same PF that has been taken out, there's still more games being played. But that's a story for another day. I'm watching that as well. But the kind of delay that is taking place here is not a delay that you would really panic to say, we don't have time. If you are resorted as a people to say, this government is a failed government, this government is stepping on our rights, this government, we don't have freedoms. The one time, that's why if you saw me, I resorted on selling a candidate, not a political party. Now I said, we are better off to start endorsing a candidate rather than going after a political party. Because that was selling out a candidate, it doesn't matter what political party or what purpose vehicle he uses, as long as that candidate is known, people will go and vote Parisando. That is why I took it upon myself to move away from this. I said, look, let's go for this guy. Now, I'll tell you this. Before I introduce Makebi Zulu on to say, how about this candidate? Or how about we go for this one? I was prepared for this. This is what you don't know about me. This thing that is happening, I was prepared for this. I was born to do this. I knew that I would have to fight by UPND as well as the Mundubile Cup and other opponents of Makebi. I was prepared. And you don't like Mundubile. What's there to like? What's there to like about Mundubile being treacherous? There's nothing to like. Mundubile is the same as HH. We cannot bring Munyaule in State House. No. We made a mistake. We brought Kosu, Brand Winger, Felix in State House. Look at State House today. Look at how State House has been reduced. Okay? ECL sent by Bredna Changala to Mundubile, to beg Mundubile, to talk to Tayali, to talk to Chandanonde, to stop insulting him. This BPF Mwadili Shibediashi, when CCC Mwadili Shibediashi, you know this. ECL, the former Republican president, had to ask Bredna Changala to talk to Mundubile. So Mundubile's people, when Tayali was supporting Mundubile, to stop insulting SL. Then that Munyaule page run by Chandanonde, who is right-hand man of Mundubile, he also said, please tell Mundubile to tell his people to stop insulting me. Did that stop? No, it did not stop. Even the time ECO was dying, ba Mundubile na ba ECO tafyale ufwana berambe paroku bibe papa. They ba jembere katende, ba ima ba Mundubile, ba kampiongo to South Africa. They did that to go and see ECO. ECO refused to see these people. So to use his name, to use his image for your own political mileage, start selling your manifesto and stop using ECL. Because no mpashwaba ECL, we know, wambe fe kumitobe fmapi. Chap. Because you are treacherous people who did not stand up for ECO when he needed you the most. And I will not add a treacherous person to go to State House. Nishi part of trash tamchalo. Nishi to saranga nefe no saranga. Chap. To saranga nefe no saranga. To aripeo abantu aba treacherous to apera. Waka inde. Tatuabuna na umbi aka inde icho na tumbike mu State House. But Brian Mundubile is a lawyer. But Sanga is a lawyer. What they have done is shameless. It's shameful. Because they have even failed to follow their own political legal rules. Because legal shanba PF but Sanga. They failed to do that. And those are the people you want to go and put in State House so they can rule us. If HH is abrogating the Constitution, what makes you think these two lawyers will not abrogate the Constitution, having abrogated the very laws and rules of their own political landscape? I will not be part of that. I will not. Bamundubile ukustapi treba isi hotele no bamba yo. MPF idia shirimu adirishi vedia 10 million. Ewa ba isi yo ba fumishe ya ma legal fees. Ukweba ati ya lewe wale chitana li fine. Inena li meba nshangara nshisha. That's why na muntendekera. You shouldn't. Muyantendeka. Mwamfwa. 10 million. 10 million was released. Ewa UPND vaya mbile ukuchitana li fine ama seats haya winine ba ECO after ama 2021 general elections. Ba ECO ba lifumishe 10 million. Ba pera awe na ba yatu ba leader of Shanshan. Iyo 10 million tabara nje kwa tifumile kudikateka wesu. This is why ama PF MPs alienated themselves because they thought ECO was not helping them. Mwamfa. He went and presented himself as if Impia Shashiref Makudi Ena. ECO was betrayed. Not from Le Tonton Kanaimu. Imagine ECO Afumien Darama. Oh, I trust you. Bafwe ko awama ligo fiza yawe bale pitamo. Indaramesh. Deal with it. Then somebody, you want pere mpia. Ero na mku idan kwa chiye mpia nye wonde kwafwa. Shiref Makudi. No landa chifumine kumuntu wasu. Is that right? It is that right. It only came to light when MPs were complaining to say, Babosta muletuafwa. Ina na alifumienda rama. Na alifumienda rama nechipendo wachaso. Mwamwaka? I don't know. Iridia shida debot mu MCC. Shilebepa iyo. Ina na mu MCC omona. Uyuka wangu yure samwa wa mundu biderelo. Kawangu should give me respect. I was the one who made Kawangu to be appointed as MCC by ECL. Mwamwaka? So I made Kawangu to be appointed at MCC by ECL. Me, chair the voice, not see no kunsta point. Ihena. Monfo. Uyu no let me na ba mundu. When there was Kawamba by-elections there, they made sure that Kawamba by-elections, so that by ECL looks like he's unpopular. Uyu ine Kawangu. Uyu ine Kawangu, abused Kawangu, was the one I was communicating with. Ati yo kuno, wala nwafye, takuno nabare vote, nabare sta protect ama votes. Nempia shaksta protect ama votes tapara. Kwa ni kufumia mpio watu washite protect ama votes. I don't even know what happened to the money. So sometimes when do not force people to say things that, will ruin your public, the perception, because I know a lot. Kawamba by elections, muntu mumoma kwati, wafoko no kwafoko, okay, ndara stand protect my votes. Ngawa bari kuisat na wa mkulara. But look at how they have all camped in Kasama. Look at the difference. Look at the Kawamba by-elections when ECL was around. How they were just mulele. Today, all the MPs that have endorsed Mundule are camping in Kasama. Mayor by-elections. And let me tell you about this mayor by-elections. It is a test for them. How can we do this? Ngayama MPs, wale fuaya, apa kuiminina. Apa kuachira endorse. This is what is happening. These MPs that have endorsed Mundule and they want to go with FDD. Balefu hapa kwa ben minine. Mwanfoka? Epo balefu. That's why you have seen them all the energy have centered on this mayor by-elections of Kasama. Everyone has gone to camp in Kasama. The question is differentiate between this mayor by-elections and the by-elections that we had here about Totera na Wachirangwa in Kawambu. Where were these people? Where was this all energy? Why did all the MPs go and protect their fellow MPs' seat? Why did they not do it? If you never to protect your mayor, why did they not do it during Kawambu? Because one thing about your camping, I could protect them votes. I was in Kawambu. I was in Kawambu and then when I know Papa polling station patoto in center tapali abantu atibali kuisa abantu na baramukula awa bali campaign manager bale isafe na banono kunwa na abantu na ripota abantu in so na wewe ile Kawangu ule tumotuma bloggers utu FF yako tumotuma bloggers mwina mbere shaini mwanfoka I know things that when I say people will not see you in the same light. Don't even get me started with Koko Muchita Korokoro, na mtanta moko. So, personally, I'm telling you all these things so that if you are a true PF, if you believe in the ECL legacy, if you believe in the SATA legacy, do not move an inch. It is your democratic right to support whoever you want. But it's also your right to understand what's really going on. There's no need, in HH I castigate him. And let me tell you something, I'm Bemba. Now imagine if I was another tribe. Chan. Inesha watu ulimubemba, ulimutonga, ile kukwebe, chine na kwebe chinka, chakwa nokwa. Take it or leave it. For that right. When I was castigating, nakachinda. When I was castigating Valubinda, people said, oh, you're tribal, you're tribal. Tapa if you're tribal. Kuko afe chinka. So I'm telling you this story. I never wanted to tell this story of what ECL went through. That man went through so many battles. And within his own political party. Immunity. Immunity yaka ina immunity. Bale wasano kwa threat they will vote. We are going to vote so that immunity is new. His own MP is threatening their president instead of protecting him. Why is he once even told me to say, I'm not scared of them removing the immunity. Akainechima could not remove immunity because he had no ample evidence that ECL stole. But every day verifying ECL in public. ECL challenged him, remove my immunity, take me to court tomorrow. He never did that. Why? One for him. So do not think that, everyone should fire. Everyone should fire. So I would rather say things as they are. And then when Mama Zambians, Namkapanga mistake for people like that, it's your own babe to nest. At least in a conscious and in intuition, it is clear. ECL went through a lot. Now, my general election, our election jeopardized. Some of them were PF themselves. Talks about by ECL Balusi. One more. He was fighting battles, but because he was a silent man, he would come out and embrace each and every one of you. Even the traitors, ECO embraced them. Even you to say, we arrange fire, that he embraced them, all in the name of unity. That's why I want Makebi. I always want Makebi to say, this thing that you are wanting to start, like, they see you as a competition. You need to stop. Because ECO tried it, and look where he landed. We all saw it. We saw how ECO was treated. We saw how nobody could speak for ECO. Kwatana MPs by ECO. Imagine if those MPs went into their constituencies and spoke to say, "Let choose President Wesu. Shana would have had no powers to do what he was doing to ECO. But they never the church because they had already thinking to say, "Oh, let wafani mundu bide." Ishimpia shama ligo fees chef makudi mundu bide. Therefore, let's support Mundu. And that's treachery. That is betrayal of the asshole because let me tell you another truth. Indeed, by ECO at first, Shabibebe was thinking of giving the torch to Mundu. If Fishinka, it is true, he was at one point thinking of giving the torch to Mundu. That's why if you saw Vale Sango Sana put after my elections, kuri ba mundu bile ekuri ba ECO shani ekuri ba ECO bala sangwa sana pam pozamba no kumona ngimbi ba mundu bile ba kuyana bamba kuno ba introduce kubantu wono wala taking over ba share kikiri kumba ya ECO ukiya mkwebo muntu wa introduce mwina pitira muni ba ECO come direct to me uri muntu na wasaya hayi ba ECO ata umuntu manje introduce Umfweni. Alefu atinenja mbok didinga na nkwe direct. Ewa isi yo baba. Uyo muntu nde mpanga. Efi ofire. Ambo pia kumbali kumandi. Plus then when he found out to say, uare raninga munyaure nchanda nondi. Then nesha alet kana tayari. Uba isi yo waishe samba mwata. Awe. Kashawa mafench teshani. Nzambe mo. Efa baba chile wa mundubile. Otherwise at first, ECO was going for mundubile. If fishing that's there until ECO discovered who Mundubile was. Bamwambeli ashibali shiba. MCC mwadili shibeli ashinshire vepa. Wonse imwe ba mumpipiri wonse mwadili shibeli ashi. Because you know this story and you don't want to tell the people the truth. Or in the name of unity. Unity. Which unity when there's no unity here? Which unity when there's no unity here? Is that the people? How can you unite with a treacherous person? Oh, Makebi Zuru na Mundubile should unite. Ama characters ya Mundubile na Makebi. Fiapsa na test unite. Kuri wa chinga, kuri no wa mfufuntunga. How are they going to unite? Light and darkness cannot mix. Mwamanaka? It is mulai bukisha. Ka Fluffy started the Mundubile campaign. Mundubile. Papa first para mwina la bayo. Kama no tukaba ECO. Munyaure la when alebwele lapo. Katari kale sta alebwele lapo. Kasa kasha kale kanani kane alebwele lapo. Wa munyaure ba dindembere ina we are going to see this girl now tayari aposa moitauro. Now we will see this girl will also live Lungu, will live Lungu or the Shanyuku. If you are from Chinish, Mama, I just looked at that post, I laughed. Now, in one woman commando, in a kosher and I don't care. In a kosher and I'm but men up. Mom, I don't have a fail. I remember no, they were up beyond. And Yamo kura momentum. Pakaba ECO ba where I'm active politics. I did that. I did it. Nobody else. I did it. I made ECO come back into active politics because of my consistency, because of my honesty, because of my truth. I own my truth. Mama. And it did not sit well with the likes of Mundubile. When ECO returned into active politics, a lot of these people who paid Shanshan, they were not happy. Because for them, they saw him as a competitor. And even when he was working hard to unite every opposition, Bauka, is it not the same with Tonse? Busy trying to use all my head this. Are you different? Baba Mundubide. Are you different from Bena? Who are these people? Muka. Who were these people in Uka? Abena Saboy. Are you any different? No, you're not. Despite Israel being dead, you're still using his name, but you are betraying him. You think if Banawaki woke up today, would like what Machumu Banda has done today? Banawaki would accept what Machumu Banda has done today? If Israel woke up today, you think what Badani Pule has done, Israel would be happy? He wouldn't be happy. He would be very, very disappointed. So all I'm saying is, is democratic right. But this fiak won't fear ECO so that you get political mileage. When you nepo vale for by ECO, the more that's why he refused to see you when you went to see him in South Africa. Because you see, that man realized the person I was. And he held me in high esteem, and for that I'm very grateful. So, what I exclude them when you buy exclude them when you ever get Spanish Queen in Poom. But you get funny. So, when I was coming out and trying to introduce Makebi Zulu and whatever, now if you want to say, now this time, now I want to attack. Apa ini mwan chama fie da dire kama political analysis. Sasa nikatuma one step pano. Performance pashara ban speed kuri Makebi. Atichiraya shane pa fishinga mube pushe ba PF. Amela shindera ndaya. Ngani yate ya chen. Ya chine. Na risho na waya. Korokoro kuma community house kuranka myewa na nyoda shirimbiri. Kafi sokoro ranka pasa. Umuntu kupasa ama Zambians must know the truth. Life ya kwa tumuleta unduika abantu chalo yadita. Nga muntu alefo kya mkuvota fuya vota nga vota munguru aishi batibaju okay bali nje bele uyu munguru na vota. Not making Zambians unduik Zambians play with their emotions whilst they are suffering. If it's kabombi, as long as I exist. Ina kumyebera. Wow. PF is not gone. And PF is gone. Gone where? PF yabamubantu. PF bantu. That's why even Akainde Ishima is struggling to destroy PF. With him having papers. And I'll tell you one thing. Okay? I posted to say, Sata, at the time Sata was sick, were the likes of Winter Kabimba. Okay? They even started campaigning in Sata. Wanwele. Ba Winter Kabimba baishire batanze kuri basata. Nishi bari ku campaign modes. Ute ufibina ma politics kandi dambo ya konka Mzambia. Iyibula no amakadas ambirira ba Winter Kabimba. Because ba Winter Kabimba was an SG under Sata. And he was, is it Justice Minister? Yeah, Justice Minister. When Wasata was sick, but Winter was campaigning, bidding for the presidential thing. Basata fired by Winter is when campaign. Fishing car. That's why Winter is bitter always against Lungu. Because Lungu had to hold positions, sensitive positions were given to Edgar Chagwalungu. Why do you think that was so? Because Basata knew. He knew about ECL and how, if at all he was going to die or not die, he will not come and Imagine you now abantu bale campaign atawrafa. Same applies with ECL. ECL knew the treacherous people. Okay, mwa mundu bide. Kawamba kudata mwana nje mashua yako ebati. Techinde campaign nebo MP. Mundu bide. Badabwa. Nasa konse. I'm a flash. Speed. During the Wambwa election, Mundu, if your memory serves you right, did you or did you not say Tetin campaign because Nebo MP? Did you not use those words? And let me tell you what I'm going to do. Those words na rizala kuri baisi o na ribebe. Na ribeba. Mwanfa na ribeba baisi o. Yama shubwa bomfish. Ukweba stating campaign newo MP. Yari ifika kuri na ine zala kuri badadi. Na daddy ufuera wantu mutuminoko. Ati ma MP techi campaign balilelo. All the MPs are there. All the MPs are there. They were trying to frustrate ECL. Even when ECL started moving, they didn't want that. No. Hey, aha. You are lying. I'm a flash, Batukuzi. I'm a flash. Inasango konse. Mukomini tauso monala. Kuchomo kondi. No kwenda kasama ekondi. Nakamba kuile ekonali. Na mashuyo zara ni kokoya ekonali. No kuzala. Nali zala kuri baisi yeo. Nali zala. Na daddy ufwe ni fletsko. Baisi wato. Nempia sha campaign baisi yo shoba mpere na lishishiba. No mbesho sha shirumbu. Because ina daddy takuri ndara moku. Isha kusta protect. Ata we mbera abantu indara. Well, you put messages with me here. If you want proof. Then pay about me pay. You shall stop protect my votes. Mama, Mwadia. Hey, but you are bad people. And you want us. You want people to put you in power. Takwe. That is why ECO was refusing to see you, because Nalezala. And ECO knew each one of you. He knew you from A to Z. In his quietness, he knew you. That's why he left. To go and lie peacefully in South Africa. And he left with the people that he trusted. President wezu afkile kwata. No bodyguard, no shan. Africa president. Parika airport. No muntu wako. Hey, momuise munchite convince inach oye muntu. Masovera imwai. Mulangara first mbusha le mbasha wasataro aisiyo. Shambia kumiro pore fko sivile shile pora udi anji kuite fko. That's why they fimbira in every day. Bare umba. Bare ropon. Na mwe narambo kumiwanga mwamukampene amiro pore fko. Why say a man of Phiropore, Fima treacherous, Fima Pharisees in the synagogue? Busy wanting to use his name. Ichochi mbika chirunatiki. 6 months chachi, yapo I say over with the Chisa Chamber what charity issue. Then the channel took a one some presidential candidates. Oh, what took about KPF, what took about window, what took everyone, and that's the person you want to support. Shari ni nsele. We mwana mayo mwana kashure tukaba umekwata kemukatuishi. Kwa tibaru we mwana. Na utukawa umebaba nobi. Kwa tibaru umebobe. Na nguma politics ayo na ma politics. Chatukana. Tuchafundwa chida. Machafundwa. Chirunatic. I was like, goodness gracious, it's Chimari. Amashina wawo ingara tukefi. Ero tuwana ndapari wakasonso ku TikTok. Chais wanafa kwa ndapari KBF. KBF kwa nani kani? KBF chali mupiribukira. Ukombo kutuka KBF. I said, goodness gracious, this Luna. No wonder I call her lunatic. Imo bazame omure yakoro. Yes madam. Yes madam. Which madam? Isura ni palaka isura na amenzo. Me, I don't do this because I want a position. No, I do it out of patriotism. That's why, Inshisere Nkana, Mwanfa, Nshara and I endorse this one. My Ronachin, I endorse this one. My Ronachin, Narina ECL. Pakanem for Yaba ECL. Namun for Yaba ECL, I'm still with ECL. Nshara Nkana yo. With the coming in of Makebi, Tamatara, I'm gonna pop a page, but out of principle because I'm like that. When I believe in something, that's it. Inshiok. Unless you should not believe how much you chance to disappoint, then and even if when I get disappointed, I'll still want not to go to the next available chan. No. I would rather not feel it. Because my heart, my conscience does not believe in the theory. There were more positions that I could have gone with, even without ECL. But I stayed quiet and analyzed until I said, if what's in Pari Manukura? Mamma, Manukura Ewa, Mamma, Manukura Elka, Ewa voted. And since then, you've never seen me change. I will not endorse another candidate. And it's me now lying to myself. So there's a reason why because there's something that I believe in, something is out of principle for now. Not that I've got anything against other candidates, no. But I just why candidates. But again, another situation is whereby candidate wanja wama fenga na mundubiri. Ngatali na mundubiri nishi yo abipa. Uni munguru. Wa munguru wai. Awama fie ngali na mundubiri. Ngatali na mundubiri nishi yo mwere na okumutukira ku. So we need to be vigilant as a people. We need to be very, very careful. Okay? Because we are 10 years backwards with the UPN administration. And I'm not panicking. With the moves that Mundubile has made, I'm not panicking. It's actually a good thing. It's actually a good thing because Mundubile has exposed himself. He's exposed his nature. And for me personally, that's not the type of leader I would want to lead this country. It's dangerous. And they won't even center their agenda on development. State house. Is that the people you want to put in state house? Really? After seeing the Mingalato church, I'm in the constitution. And if these guys are starting Mingalato in opposition, what's more when you put them in state house? Yeah? So, think about that. Think about that. Isia was betrayed, and he was betrayed by the man that he was supposedly wanted him to succeed in. And until he realized to say, this man is no good. Even with the eligibility, Isia could have, they thought quickly. After ruling eligibility, what did they start doing? They wanted to now start realigning themselves close to Isia. Isia had already knew, say, you want me to endorse. And I said, Father, bali vya kustaindosa. Era muyesh. Era alezara ine. Na tuwale kwa mwastaindosa kwa HB waniko. Kwesha mdala. Na maisha ya skosha nwaisi yo. It's not right time for me to endorse. So kwa ni wamba kuitegesha na wamba baba staindosa. And thank God, ECL did not endorse them. Endorsement, you know when they were BF balanjide. Endorsement. Mure mukose. Ukumamesiyo takwe. Just like when you pay the frog sango mubili takwe. Now my stature said na isiyo tamwamu wonfi ni takwe. Tamwamu wonfi. Napati ba isiyo. And whatever you will touch, it will just backfire. Na ile tonze mwala sarangana nombari. Mwala alaka you fail to agree on something muka sarangara. Even later on the finishing of Katsika, before the general elections, Nisham sarangara. Because the Zambian people will always know the truth and will be told the truth. And it is incumbent upon me to tell the Zambian people the truth. So that when they make a decision, it will be up to them. Up to them. And if we and I'll come and say, I told you so. Just like I'll tell you, if you hear a speaker, I told you so. Ndotereni, pati vindeli la fishika. Temufi you are Mundubile knows, Temufi. And you don't tell me I cannot speak about Mundubile. Mundubile is a presidential candidate of this country Who wants to run for president? The same way I speak about HH, I will speak about Mundubile if he's a treacher. His ways and what he has done, all this. Are you seriously? This is right. I know you're saying, no, we are late. We are late. Which late? But you've been up in place, campaigning for him. Yeah? And we should sit here, no, because the unity. Which unity? Israel died in unity. The Panavia unity. Let me tell you the 2026 general elections. We are back in 2011. Month. Ni 2011, you know, Queen Kawina. Trafina to avoid the Rupia on the thing. Sata on the thing. Now I HH. Na funa fotka kwata na dimundu bile. Na makebi na HH batatu. Ero matuka vote. Mwangwa. Ero maku vote. Mwaya wantu mwanga decide. Chap. Ture ngatuka kwata batatu fotka ya na fifi. Trafina to 2011. Such that HH ngasta. Umu inoko Southern Province. Afuila kapone mudusaka HH. Akapone Central. Kopa belt afuila kupona. Na Eastern ngapo na HH. We are good to go. We are good to go. Kubembo kunde ingira na ineni kumwesu kuine kuli ba mundu biloko. Njimube mbaine. So nde ingira ngamule mnacho, oh, because you are Bembas, you come from there, you get votes. Njimube mbana inenjera na Bemba wananti. Mwafu. Eastern Province uko mushange na imwe. Apa pura shanga. Mwafu imwe. Don't worry, Copper Belt not sender. Copper Belt Lusaka Centro. Yako ama kebi. Mwafu. So already we are trading on 4 provinces. So Eastern to ascenda, Lusaka to ascenda, Copper Belt to ascenda, na Central kanga deko ni mina HH. So we are good. Mwanufaga, era makuru apura ya kotu ascenda. The likes of Ruapura, file to ascenda. Mwanufaga. So if you are thinking to say, mukamianga mabemba votes, muwe perefi, na inenji mubemba, na inenji mwenenke ingirika mwa puromo. Tukaya bamona wa chief. Woza ma chief wakuru apuroko. Chop. Program na program. So actually, Makebi is sitting on a good side. Lusaka is. Lusaka not send. Mlefona mtamwefua Lusaka is. Eastern not send. Then Copper Belt not send. Central will make sure we do much. We only did 1 province. 4 provinces we are done. Not Western so it's okay. Now we are voted. Not Western and Western kunako. We only need 4 provinces. It's to win my elections. Go if you want to Fukushi Muni Makebi. Next time, today 2011 way. We've got how many provinces? We've got 10 provinces there. So if I'm not to ascend and what we are 5 provinces. HH na wamundu baka na 5. We are good to go. We are done. To ascend 50 plus 1. Maybe I should have put nice integration ya kwa manuko. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? How good would that be, Mwamure Chiyongo? Chiyongo. Think about it. To wachita hama bonze HH na wamundu baka wachita hama. Kuba pomponsha mfumitu. Now I said integration. We are good to go. Not than Mchinga. Thank you so much. Yeah, not than Mchinga we can get. So, but one box to consolidate our votes. That's the plan. Let's plan to say Mundubile will be on the ballot, Makebi will be on the ballot, and HH will be on the ballot. Hey, for number, kuvote na pari marukura. Konso kutuka mienge. Guys, our election is not takade. If we strategize, if we just work out, A plus A, or A, 1 plus 1, A is why is equal to M Shan Yoko? We are good to go. Muitina noktina yo, muitina tiyo ama MPs, yo MPs. Now wale kwa ma votes, ero ma MPs awa votere bill 7, awa chitira nkani, kuwa ponya once, awa chitira ma, stay away. Bali mishtisha. So, make sure you remember bill 7, awa ma MPs awa dena, hey, awe na awa karurusha awa kampamba, kumu eskuda karurusha awa kampamba, nke ingirika na kwe. Kwa mstage campaign ma bill 7. Mwafaka? Awa wanshi baranda po ine. Ineshi. Tao bachani. Awe. Ile riashi ya weli. Ile nderanda kwa bantu banga. Batatukai wa muntu bilera bashita bitre. And it seems like Mundubile is going for it. He's standing. So na ine ndera that ngatwatch ta end up. Because competition ikawa patatu. Ikawa pali makebi, pali mba Mundubile, na pali ba HH. Others will stand here as a presidential candidate. I'm not saying they will stand. But I'm robbing for the votes here. And I'm looking at who they are likely to vote. But Mundubile banking on the Bemba vote. HH is banking on the Southern vote. Even we need to bank on Eastern, Lusaka, Copperbelt, Central, Muchinga, na Northern. If we can get votes with this, we're done. We're home and dry. Now, not the goddamn votes, chap. There we know we've got the upper hand. So we are I'm analyzing the numbers. The ECZ numbers. So if we can hammer Lusaka, whitewash Lusaka, hammer Copperbelt, whitewash, Eastern whitewash, in fact, na Wapura na your whitewash, because I'm good, I think Wapura were good. If we can solidify just 4, ama whitewash, we are done. Trust me, we are done. We are done. Let's bring some integrity in the highest office of the land. Let's do that. We owe it to ourselves. Not President Choma. President Choma, community house instead of state house. President Ari Kadunya now many chan Ari Kara. Ale taking home. Ale Samusaka Aita Kunganda. President of the Republic of Zambia. Amasaka is watching, that's good. How? We can't have that. State house yala rukachiwa ya state house. Chiwa state house. We need to make things right. We need to correct things. Definitely take a challenge. Mama. How catch pusubuka chair. Catch pusubuka, you're forgetting Wapula. Our Benjamin Kura, you come away to consider our coke. Kaya kapade na tuwe kapade to afwa mfumu yes to afwe speed akapade kakawombere pono kuombera atuni kabu fi we so mu fi vision ka let him deny it ora mu chama PF abeni if ifondera ndanga bufi if you have 10 million ifondera ndanga bufi vali tebo nyana mu MCC yo 10 million ndemiye vaisi yo anali bapera abendara maba nali bapera ama MPs ungwa fika ibere matisi yo tabasupport mpata no kumpata isi yo shame tapati na yati ndepo porora ndef pasa. People must know the truth. Fintu pasa. If you think you are clever ine kuzara kube ama Zambians ni fi chap and the Zambians will decide. Zambians will decide who goes to State House. Come August 2026, 13th of August. It is you, the Zambian people, who have the power to take anybody to State House. So do not be wound-wicked that there is no time. You have the vote. You got the voter's card. You've got the candidates. Even if back in the 20s, as chair, I'll be there. And I'll be telling you, if what's in Parliament. Sando mufimpompo. Wap! Don't worry about vapors, vehicle, chani. If you're it's something that's being done. And as long as ECO is an we are good to go. So we last I got you. But as I got you, you have to also have my back. Ngabana nduka wanshauta. Mwana na chair blekeni. Mwana. I got you. You have to also have my back. We got your back. Just like that, because Chana is switchy. Show me butukap. Even when the going gets tough, I've never ran or gone anywhere else. I did not run. I stayed. Even when ECO died, a lot of people's hope were lost. To Allah in the shine. I gathered. One friend of mine called me. They called kulira iwe kake chitengi. Urechitanga wadira mukono omwe chalo chile kulolera. Kake chitengi kabiye urende na bantu. Abantu ama hopes na yapo. I was crying when Isiyo died. I felt godless. One dear friend of mine said, whenever my Yoruba feel, na kakile fe chitenge conscience yapo leli padini. Ukundeli okudinka ke chitenge nga shaime tabashikiwe. So now whenever Isiyo efibafwa, kake chitenge chalo chile kulolela. People are waiting for you. A lot of people's hopes have been dashed. You need to talk to the people. People should not lose hope. So I don't know is and daddy they feel my feel pona, but ninka ko which thing. Chalo. Mama. And here we are today. We still got hope. Papabantu. Pashalabantu. And we're good to go. Instead, I won't open the phone lines. In case I don't case I live now. Yes, you need to tell me, Chair, we got your back. Don't throw me under the bus. Now wish one day but you throw me under the bus. You got on my back, Kylie. Let's go. Now, to tell her, first in very good, I'm Sunday. I'm Sunday. Now, to you have to have my back. And I've got your back. For 5 years, I've been carrying you guys on my back. So I need you also to carry me on your backs. When you carry me on the back, I suppose pasa. Kupoporola to ambaro queen. I've been carrying all of you guys on my back for the past 5 years. Na ina apa ku 2026 apa 6 months in there romba ko bat na mun sende ko panu mashare so that we do this together. We can do it. I promise you we can do it, and we can deliver the victory that the Zambians so deserve. We can, and we will do it. We will do it. Mama, we can do it. So scratch my back, I scratch yours. Gavante kaponge fine vante kerep. Gavante kap. But kai ine mwadishwa hokona. Na munte kepu kumyeva shinka. So apa kayer mpango tuma voice note mwa WhatsApp na mitambi. Because I know you are watching. And mwa WhatsApp mwala wakawere. But if you're married, fishing on a serious note. What's that? Yes. Why are you timing me? You or daddy? You or daddy? Yeah, no. Why, Monaga? Yeah, Baba, I'm booked. Can you say, ah, wait. Again, get to me broke, eh? Mwe kwata mchinshi. Mchinshi usumabane. If you feel not, tana tolerate. I don't tolerate. How do you broke this chi? Chi stupid man. Cook broker. Instead pano. Ah well. Ine kumyu mikshafe na miebe kshinka. That's all. I tell you the truth. Why monaka? That's all. And it's up to the Zambian people. So I don't want to change. No, MZ should work with Mundure. That's a non-starter. Tech wombe. Bapsana sana. Bapsana. Bapsana fia patari sana. Tech wombe. Tech wombe. Whether you want to force them and shine. Na ina mahagibare kumbatara. Sasa MZ is a nice guy. Mama naka. Ina neo. Ina stop pretending. Just that MZ thought, oh, this person has got a funeral, he goes there to console a person. But when I'm doing that, nomination, can you imagine it? Just after the funeral, nomination. That day, we were even buying yesterday. The Queen of the Bembaland. Who does that? The Queen. They actually go back Queen of Mundu Vidavaresta. Very younger, tons. Who does that? Eh? Well. Is that a leader that you want? De wale shika. Inka shia abakashi wa mfumu our queen. Wa mundubire is busy doing mingala. Kutonsi. So, how mukose bani? So apana mbela ko content go ma WhatsApp and start saying let's create a narrative. But UPND tried that. Ask them how did it work out for them? Wambera kuna watu maba 96 ambayo I'm sure by 100. How has it worked out for the UPND? So if the UPND failed with their propaganda against me. Who are you? Who do you think you are? So continue by all means, do your propaganda. Inekuisa umane fimpompo, naranda na ibere chinka mazambianzi. Kwapa. Na beba na idea shere tabai shiwa mazambianzi. Share sticker. And Varisi was just this quiet guy who took everything in. When I was crying in Tubafu that Isio could just take it all in. You betrayed Isio. There's a reason I was saying that. Because I knew all these things that I've told you. Mama, Isio took it all in. All the punches, the betrayal, the stuff. He took it all in. He was a quiet guy. Gawafuma cameras, he's smiling, he's everyone. And he knew who was betraying him. And this is the truth. Mama, idashi aba rubinda byashidimbi idashi nachirambo kuranda ni dino kumyebo kwebo bati umuntu ni makembi momona ila mpundati again ngana chitaso mfide na chitaso bakuranda pali. So guys again chitaso I hear that Takaka, you are very annoying, so let me do this nkarande because never can fear kwa abantu ila that guys umuntu let me do it again. Pimbo poke. And I said that, guys, umuntu. Muirosha na kumbiyo. Umuntu. Mamfa. That is all. That is all. He's credible. He's a credible candidate, and we ought to rally behind him. That is the truth. End the date. New. Why wanna? So anyway, thank you so much. Elo lero na muikala. In that time, pona 1K. Lete ya kwa nponchakuti ya wera. And I just feel bad that I have to leave 1K people watching me. But I had to open the phone lines, guys. It was a phone either. She charged it. Don't put charge. Where is it? Let me find the phone if I can. Instantly. I can open a few phone lines. Let me find that phone. I don't know. I wasn't meaning to open the phone lines. She will go and be here for me. Yeah. The boss of my phone. I don't know where the phone is. No, sorry guys, I don't know. I didn't mean to open the phone lines, like, okay. But tomorrow, I can come live and we can talk. I'll open the phone line so that you also have a say on what I've said today. Okay? So, and so on and so forth, you are welcome. You can go and talk, but at the end of the day, the Zambian people will decide. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless Zambia, and love you. Good night. There's the bambo nekovats. Chair wa kurekafi. Before nshilai. Chair wa chikata. Chair wa wako. Chair wa kutambafi. Mufuire apa ama pareseka abantu. Na mayupi inapa na imeorati. Ibato ya mundu bidena. I was prepared for this. I knew I have to fight with UPND and fight with mundu, and I can take you all in. It's okay. So, Chewa Kureka. God bless you. God bless Zambia. We are together. I'm with you all the way till the very end. Mwamonaka? If you're from when if Chewa Chikata, I was talking to my Nentalanda in a Kulanda. Chewa Bako. Mwamonaka? Che anigero yanduko. Nivyo fine. Kui donkera. Kum donkera chair. Chair nizi. Chair wako. Love you chair. I love you too. Chair wako lekafi. Chair wako tambafi. Ati yoto hapo kama structures. You are joking. You are joking. You are joking. Teo waka industry wafiro kusenda ma structures. Fefine uli afiro wa kwata ma papers. If you do yes. Chair ewa bako. Mwana wafira wiwe. Rondi wachongo. Mwana wafira pongo mkafira corona niwe. Mwana wafira mbefanto hapa. Nafi hapa sofia mpamba. Ati yona tombo kwenda and then tumodoko mkafika. Mkasanga na once. Chewa last. How chewa last so akule kafi. Namona ka? Beautiful lady. Eh, kai para wachana kote. Wachia kan she's a black nigga. Is a cobra. Chan chan. Eh, wana uchimona shiyongo yo machasa kutolo maso. Era chasa smile. Ichiyongo chava go. Mama punto ne Antonia. Tamu foi mwe. Mama kongo fuisha utoko vyombo. Mwe wala. Chen. We mundura na kabitechi bombe. Wa mundura na wala wala wa trecharas. Vale muleke mfe bake it's okay fifidani. It's okay. Aba kurande mpache analysis sniper. Mufisha ni mwino. Ndebere ngama comments. Mfuina mutanya utende. Okay, banali tumpa ine. Banali tumpa. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. On a serious note now, I appreciate the love. And let's work together to ensure that Cheompon will deliver victory to the Zambian people. Love you and God bless you. Good night.